Good morning, artist. I had a couple of you ask me for a little more instruction on how to put the graffiti onto the side of your building in a way that it looks like it's in correct perspective. So I figured I'd show you how to do this. And I'm gonna kind of work through a few different levels of how complex or detailed you want to get with this. So I have my basic drawing here. I made a new one. It doesn't have a ton of details because I'm really just focusing on this part right now. So the basic thing about this is that as you put something on this building, your letters would get smaller as you go across because they're further away. And I find that the easiest way to do this is to kind of create a space to put my letters. So I'm just adding in some vertical lines. So there's that. So that's going to be the sides of my letters, or where my letters go. And I'm just going to reinforce these lines. So these are my perspective lines, my brick lines that I already had drawn. So that's the space that my word is going to go in. It really helps me to think of this as like when you learned how to write in elementary school and you had that paper with the top line, the bottom line, and the middle line. If I think of this in that way, it really helps me. So that's my top line, my bottom line, and then I'm going to make, here's my middle line. Not quite the middle, but close enough. So if I just have this set up, I can get something that looks pretty good for perspective. So let's see. Remember, you can write whatever you want. I'm gonna write art in this case. I just wanna make sure that my letters touch the top and bottom of my space. I'm making bubbly letters here apparently. And they're gonna still stay pretty vertical because, you know, the wall still is vertical. So there you go. Now it looks like those are on the building. If I wanna bump this up one layer of difficulty or precision really, I can also find what would be the center of this wall. And the way you do that is so I have my basic background. I'm going to go corner to corner and lightly draw an X. Because of the way the distance works on this, the center of my wall is not actually where I would see it. So I can divide my space like that. So now, first half, second half, you can see how not only are the letters smaller, they're also going to be more squished together. If I want to get even more detailed about this, let's say my word has 4 letters, like my example where I did hope in class. I can do this again. This is going to involve some definite erasing. But I can do this again, and now I have my wall divided up so I know where each letter goes. I'm gonna come back in and do some erasing here. Get rid of all these random lines I've drawn. So now, even if my letters don't touch the top and bottom of this space, as long as I have them shrink a little bit and get narrower as I go, then it'll be okay. I'm gonna do this all in lowercase like I did before. Okay, so now I have my letters and they are in perspective and look like they're on the side of my building. So to review, you draw your top and bottom lines and the sides. So you have a space you're gonna draw your letters in. You want them to touch the top and bottom all the way across. If that's what you're doing. If you want to get more precise, you do the corner to corner X's and you can keep dividing your space up that way. And then your letters are in perspective. I'm looking forward to seeing your work. Bye.